Hey everybody, I have a confession to make. This is the second time I've recorded this video. The first time I did it, I thought it was going really great, but I was all out of focus, and I feel like the content in general, it was okay. I don't know, it just didn't work very well. Trust me, this one's gonna be a lot better, just for you. So, by popular demand, I now present a day in the life at DLI. So every morning, I get up at 5:30 a.m. The weather at this point is normally foggy and about 55 degrees. Then I go outside and I go run. Then I come home and eat breakfast with my wife, and then I shower, I get my PT clothes in my backpack, and I go to my car. And once I get through the checkpoint and everything, I go to formation and then go to class. And I'm in class for 6 hours a day. So I'll have 4 classes in the morning. It goes class, break, class, break, class, break, class, lunch. And by lunchtime, the fog is gone. The sun has come out and the fog is all dissipated. And then I come back and it goes class, break, and then we're done for the day. And yeah, at that point, it's about 3 p.m. After class, there is 7th hour, which is like a tutoring session, and I usually stay for that anyway, or do homework. And then I get changed and go to PT. At this point, it's normally about 65 degrees outside, although sometimes it can, stay in the 50s if it's just a cold, foggy day. And after PT, I get in my car and go home, do homework till about, 8 o'clock, and then I'm in bed by 9. That's my weekday though. On the weekends, I have it off, and so we go, we either go to Rockland to visit my in-laws, sometimes we just stay here and chill on the beach. We went to Disneyland one weekend, Big Sur, we've been to Six Flags. You can go to Pfeiffer Beach, you can go to Pinnacles, Yosemite, San Francisco, Fresno. I'm not sure what to do in Fresno, but you could go. And then Monday, we do it all over again. So if you've been to college before, you know about credit hours. And you'll also realize that 30 to 35 hours of classes a week is a lot of credit hours. Luckily, we don't have 30 to 35 hours of homework a week. With us going through classes so quickly, however, we do get tested a lot. Normally 4 quizzes and 2 tests every week. And you have to keep your GPA up, because if it drops below a certain amount, first they send you to 7th hour for tutoring. There's also a 0 hour before class, and if your grade goes really low, you can even get counseled for it. I mean, you are getting paid to study. It's your job. A lot of the courses have really high pass rates, but some of them don't, A lot of languages get a lot of students that drop out and you get put into other languages, because it's just hard to learn a language. It's no big deal if you have to get a new language. That just means more time at DLI. So a few more questions you might be wondering. Yes, there are drill sergeants here. Yes, you do PT here. It's just like any other AIT, I suppose. It's just really long. It's like a year, anywhere from 30 weeks to up to 64 weeks. So it is really long AIT. If you're married, you get to bring your spouse with you eventually and live off base. If you're not married, then, the barracks aren't bad. I didn't think they were that bad. And the food was really good. The DFAC was a lot better than at Fort Sill. So it's a pretty nice spot to be. It's anywhere from 55 to 70 degrees all year long, and you can wear shorts all year long. I mean, when you're not in uniform. It is nice though to be in a spot where you have your uniform on and you're not hot, because it really isn't hot here ever. Even when the sun's out, it reaches 70 degrees tops, and that's really nice. I really like that about DLI. Also, for better or for worse, some of you might not like California, but hey, California is awesome. You're in Monterey, which is basically a tourist city. So you got food and restaurants wherever you want. You have the beach, you're on the coast. You have 2 national parks pretty close. You have Yosemite and Pinnacles. You can go down to Los Angeles, you can go up to San Francisco, or if you want to go inland, you have Sacramento and Fresno. You're not in the middle of nowhere like you are in other AITs, which I think is a big plus, because you're never going to be bored when you leave base. Depending on your platoon, you might have PT in the morning, you might have PT in the afternoon, But PT is very important here at DLI because a lot of people come here and they lose their physique. Not because, you know, we do really weak PT here, but you're in a classroom all day and you're just sitting there. So a lot of people come here and their PT scores go down. Another thing that tends to happen here is depending on your language, your classes will have a lot of different ranks in them. So you could be in a class as a private sitting next to a captain who's learning your language, or a sergeant, or you could all be E4s, you know, you could all be a bunch of specialists. It's random, it's whatever the Army needs, they send people to DLI. And this was weird for me at first, because you were just walking around outside and you passed like 4 captains, and that didn't happen at basic. I'm not sure if that happens at other AITs, but that happens a lot here. That's another cool thing. You see people here from all 4 branches. And so you'll see them in your classes, you'll see them walking around, mostly Air Force and Army, but there's a lot of Navy and a few Marines as well. I guess the bottom line is, if you like school, you can get paid to go to school, because that's what DLI is. If you don't like school, you probably don't want to come to DLI. But for me, I think it's great. I love it here. So let me know in the comments below if I missed anything, if you have any other questions about DLI with the daily life here. Also, do me a favor, subscribe for me, and I wish you a great rest of the day. Thanks for watching.